Uh-oh.
We didn't get run off the air after the first episode.
Man, and hey, a couple people actually saw it.
3.
Yeah, I think
exactly
it was 3.
And 2 of those were my mom and dad, I think.
It was 3.5.
3, yeah, it was one very short person.
3.5.
A little person.
Well, what's been going on in the lives of you blenders?
Well, we've just been doing a heck of a. Hey, he did like the whole Vegas thing.
Yeah,
I did. I went to Vegas. Played a little golf.
Did what you do there stay there? Or did you bring any of it back?
You know, I did leave a little bit there, a little bit of green stuff there.
Yeah, Vegas is much better off since the Hearst man was in town.
Played a little blackjack. Played a little golf.
There's a lot of remote area out near Vegas, isn't there? A lot of kind of just like desert and that
A lot
kind
of
thing.
scenic areas, you know, right up against the mountains. Both of these golf courses I played were right up against the mountains, very scenic.
It's a whole different game when you're playing in the desert you were telling me about.
It is.
Well, the big question is, with all that open space, did you happen to see an Air Malaysia airline out there anywhere?
You know,
people can't find it.
Saw a lot of airplanes, but I didn't see that one.
Is that nuts or what?
Yeah,
Do you have
that's
any theories?
crazy.
Do you have any weird theories or any just theories?
I think we just found the new Bermuda Triangle.
Evidently so.
This is like the new and upcoming.
Is it
Bermuda
terrorism? Is it hijacked? Is it they just went off course and landed in the ocean right now? Nobody knows.
Well, my wife made a good point. We were talking about it last night, and we're watching a news show. With the technology that we have, there is no way that somebody didn't see something.
Well, you got to know, all these cell phones were in that plane, right?
Unless they were confiscated before whatever happened.
Yeah, could be.
Put them in a little knapsack up in the front.
Yeah, could have been.
You think about just the GPS. I mean, on the golf course, on a watch, we can walk up to the tee box, and it'll tell me exactly the yardage from my tee box to the flag from a satellite.
From a satellite.
How do you lose a 777 and nobody knows where it is with today's technology?
Yeah, and the thing I keep going back to is over 230 people on board, and we don't know where any of them are.
Have no idea.
Are they in an alternate universe? Did they somehow discover this time-space continuum or a tear in the seam of time? I sound like George Orwell here.
I tell you who we need. You know who we really need?
Who?
We need that guy from what's the name that show? Island. What was it called?
What was that called?
The guy going the plane.
Oh, Tattoo.
We need Tattoo. That's what we need, right?
Fantasy Island.
Yeah, Fantasy
Maybe
Island.
that's where the plane is. It's only in Fantasy Island.
Well, he could at least spot it, right?
Yeah.
He could have seen it.
Well, it's a mystery, and we hope we have some updates. Our sources are not really giving us the information at a timely rate, so we're just in the same boat as you are. Every time I walk out, do you find yourself looking up in the sky, just like, hey man, Air Malaysia?
You know, my buddy David Payton posted yesterday, I think, said, breaking news. It's like 18 hours of coverage of the airplane, and we don't know where it is.
We don't know any more now than we did before.
But it's 18 hours worth of breaking news.
Man, yeah,
all speculation.
I can't watch that kind of stuff. You know, leave it to the American journalist. Well, I say use the term journalist lightly. The American media to over-sensationalize everything and exhaust it from every angle.
Yeah.
Whether there's an angle or not, they'll make one.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, we don't have any news there for you. Let's see, the Ukrainian thing. You know, I guess we'll have to get into that later on because that's a hotbed right now. Yeah. So, but meanwhile, at the Blend, we're glad we're together, and we're glad you're here. Both of you viewers out there watching us today. Wayne, you got some interesting stuff to share with us, don't you?
Interesting stuff.
Interesting stuff to tell. We'll talk to you today on the Blend.
My segment today is going to be all about money. We're going to talk about finances, personal finances, how to save, what that can do for you.
Wayne is not a televangelist. I'll go ahead and tell you that. It's all about money, but it's not today.
But it's going to be fun. You're going to learn something.
Well, good.
What are you going to do, Daron?
We're going to be talking about family jewels. Oh. And I've got some very rich uncles and aunts and their jewels.
Okay. I was going the other way.
You were going the other way?
I was going the other way.
We're not going to head that direction. We're going to stay right along in here.
I'm wearing a couple rings.
You're wearing a couple rings? Yeah, I've got a little bracelet here made of cubic zirconium. We're going to talk about some family stuff, man, because we all come from pretty colorful and diverse families. So I'm just going to tell you a few anecdotes and some stories and introduce you to some very colorful characters that I'm kin to, and maybe you'll understand a little more about my origins and be more sympathetic with me after you hear this. How about you, Keith? What you got for us?
Hey, I think I'm going to talk about a couple of things. There's like a really cool app that I found. I'm going to go geeky on you guys.
Oh, sweet. I learned something.
And we'll talk about that really cool app. And then I got some really crazy news stories that I'm going to talk about.
Oh, funny news stories.
Yeah, those are going to be cool.
Love those.
That's it.
I'm going to get my iPhone out, ready to download the new app.
There you go.
Yeah, man, let me get mine ready. Get my rotary cell phone ready to dial the app. So,
Well, cool.
anyway, well, let's get right into these topics. And, you know, the last one thing I do want to say is we get a little feedback off the first show. And evidently you and I waxed a little eloquent in matters of sports. Didn't mean to,
Right.
but there were a
Kinda
couple
went that
people.
direction.
Yeah, and one guy even wrote on the Facebook page and said, just please nothing else about sports. So I just wrote him. I said, you know, you're cool until the fall, but when football season starts, all bets are off. We may actually. We'll probably demonstrate how to form tackle somebody in these shows. So we're football freaks. So
You'll get out some charts and
yeah, we'll diagram how to take you high and low.
So we're going to take a break and then come back to
Yeah,
our segment?
let's take a break. We'll be back. We got to go get some water, change our tennis shoes, and we'll be back.
this is hard work.
Well, we are back. Hope you guys went and got you some popcorn because Wayne Hurst is fixing to enlighten us on matters of money and finance. New segment we like to call, what do we call this thing?
Money and cents?
Dollars and
Dollars and cents, that's right.
Dollars and cents.
You know that thing I said 7 seconds ago?
Dollars and cents.
Dollars and cents. Yeah.
Dollars and cents.
All right.
Wayne, tell us a little bit about dollars and money.
Dollars and cents. What we're going to talk about today
Pesos and
is
money.
one simple little thing called compound interest. And some of you probably have been introduced to this before. But we're going to take you down the road of saving money and investing money. And I've got a little website if you want to go to. It's called thecalculatorsite.com. And that's probably going to be popping up on your screen here at any time whenever it gets...
Calculator site?
Yeah.
Thecalculatorsite.com.
Magically bring it up.
And right at the top of that, there's a little thing called compound interest calculators. And that's what we're going to use today. And at the top of it, you can, of course, you can select if you want dollars or euros or pounds. And since we're in America, we're going to keep the dollar selected.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a scenario today of, my thinking here is, let's say a college grad, he's 22, 23 years old, straight out of college, got his first job, and he's ready to jump into the world of earning money and therefore saving a little bit of money, maybe investing. So let's take a base amount of, I'm going to say $1,500. He's saved up $1,500 between 0 and 23 years old. He's got that in a little account. And the next item down is annual interest rate. And well, the savings accounts, the banks are not paying much money right now. However, if you look at the stock market, if you invest your money into things like mutual funds, ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, these type of things, and you run a history of that over, say, the last 20, 25, 30 years, then you should come up with an annual average rate of return of, we'll say, around 10%. I think the S&P 500, I ran one yesterday, from 1975 all the way to the year 2000.
Kind of a running average?
Just yeah, I averaged all of those, that 25 years of what the S&P 500 did, and it was around 13.8% annualized. Now, you're going to have some years where you do 29%. You're going to have other years where you might lose 5% or even more. So it's, you know, the stock market is up and down. You can't look at it for long investing over 1 year. You really need to look at it long term. But to get a good rate of return, you put your money in, you diversify it, and you kind of forget about it, at least for a period of time. And you just go back and
So that's a lot of discipline for spenders, right?
It is a lot of discipline, but if you can get started early, the key is getting started as early as possible.
Yeah.
And you'll see here how once we go through this thing, how much or how important it is to get started as early as possible. And we're going to, just for conversation's sake, we're going to put in an interest rate of 10%, and we're going to put a calculation period, let's say of 25 years to start with. Let's say that you're going to invest for the long term. You're 22, 23 years old, maybe 25 years old, and you're going to invest a little bit of money for 25 years that you're not planning on touching at all. You're just going to let it grow.
So you get about 45, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, if it's 25, you'd be, let's say
I
you're
majored
20.
in math in college.
If you're 23 years old and you're going to invest for 25 years, and this is money you're not going to touch until you're 48.
I think that's 48. I believe that's what it comes to.
Now, what are you going to do with money at 48? You're probably going to keep investing it until
you're going to give half of it away at some point.
And somewhere along
give it to those televangelists.
There you go.
All right, now you're going to make a regular monthly deposit. So I looked at it yesterday. I said, okay, a guy straight out of college, let's say he's making $38,000 a year, run it after taxes. I figured this guy should be able to at least put aside 10% of his take-home pay.
Okay.
So that would be somewhere around $250 a month, okay? So he starts with $1,500. We're going to bank on 10% return, invested wisely over a long period of time, like 25 years. He's putting $250 a month. He's adding to it. That's all he's doing is adding $250 monthly. And then we're going to calculate that and see what it comes up with. It brings up a table here. And what you see is at the top, his yearly deposits are $3,000. You do $250 a month times 12 is $3,000. His interest in his first year is $324.64. His total deposits, because he already had $1,500 in there that he started with, $4,500, and then his total interest for that first year is $324.64. Brings his balance to $4,824. So he started with $1,500. He added $250 a month. At the end of the year, his nest egg is up to $4,824.
More than triple.
Now, so what happens at the end?
Let's go all the way down to year 25, okay? He's 48 years old.
Did you factor in Obamacare for all this?
We have not factored
That'll take your balance down significantly.
Now, one thing that it did ask here is you can put in an increased deposits yearly with inflation.
Adjust with inflation.
You can adjust with inflation if you want to do that. We didn't do that for this, just for the simple fact of keeping it simple.
Right.
Year 25, he started when he was 23. He's 48 now. He's done nothing but put $250. His pay probably increased through the years, but he chose to just keep his at $250 rather than increasing his. You can always increase it to get more. At the end of 25 years for his $250 a month, all right, he has, let's go to last year, he's invested $3,000 again that year.
In the year.
His interest for that year was $33,000. I'm sorry, the year interest for that 1 year was $33,285. His total deposits, $76,500. So that's how much he put in. That's the total amount he put in. Yet his nest egg is worth $352,558.
So how much did he earn there?
So he gained $276,000.
Just on the interest.
His money earned him $276,000.
Okay.
He earned, the money that he earned and put in was $76,500 total. And that money, that $76,000 over that 25-year period, earned him $276,000 in gain for a total of $352,000.
So that's almost 4 times the amount he put in there. Is that amazing?
That's great. Well, and the key is discipline, though. And we live in a culture, man, where why pay for it now? We can get what we want. We can pay for it later. We can spend everything. Yeah, that's wisdom to that.
If you look at it the other way. The reverse of that is you borrowing money, right? Yeah. So you're probably giving away 3 times what you earn.
Absolutely, and that's a 10%.
Right?
10% interest is what we figured is. How much is your credit card interest?
Yeah.
18, man. 19, 21% interest.
Man, let's not think about that.
No. So
that's very un-American, though. You realize that.
Yeah. I mean, but the key is to get to zero. If you're in debt, you got to get to zero first. Work on knocking out debt first, and then you start this plan right here. No matter how old you are, get started on it. And start working the plan for as much as you can do.
Cool. This would be great to start even with your kids when they're younger. Just teach them basic principles. That's not rocket science.
No. Yeah. I mean, if they have nothing but $10 a week in allowance, and they put 10% of that, 15% of that into a savings account, get the ball rolling. Start seeing that, even if it's in a bank with low interest, they start seeing the principle.
Yeah.
And then once they get to where that they're working and actually earning money. Real money, then it's when
that'll motivate kids too, man. That'll give them something to focus on. I know I've got 2 kids that are entrepreneurs. Both of them are.
Very cool.
So that's hopefully they'll tune into this thing.
Cool. Well, that's valuable, folks. You'd have to pay thousands of dollars just to get that information.
Yeah, and by the way, that was not financial advice.
No, that wasn't financial advice. We have to let you know that.
Yeah.
So
there's our disclaimer.
That's our disclaimer. Yeah. Wayne is not a licensed financial advisor, although he could probably teach a ton of stuff to those financial advisors. So, Wayne, thanks. I hope you're going to do this more than just today.
Let's do it. We'll do it as often as possible.
Yeah, I mean, bring a little money here, and let's put that into play. and let's, you know, you were in Vegas last week. We could talk about it, the different areas of things to do with our money. So
there's fun money and there's investment money.
There you go. And it's wisdom to know the difference.
Lesson 1. Cool.
Awesome. Well,
I think we need to wrap it up.
yeah, I think we maybe wrap it up a little bit. So give the name of the site again. It's called The Calculator.
TheCalculatorSite.com.
And that's SITE, not SIGHT.
Very good.
That'll take you to an optical nerve symposium online or something about eyes. So yeah, ISITE.com.
Go in there and play with the numbers a little bit and just see what will happen in your personal scenario, just to see what could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, take some personal responsibility for your financial future, your kids, and your grandkids.
Yeah.
And tell them Wayne sent you.
Yep.
We'll be back.
We're back in a
We'll be
moment.
back.
Hello, this is Buster, stopping by the blend. I am here in the house of Wayne Hursk. We're in here with Keepus Rebus, and we're doing the Blint show. I come in here, they had the green room set up for me. They had some, I love them plaid jelly beans. They got a big old bowl of them in there. Buster had a rash because I sat down accidentally in something, and I got a rash, and I mean, I had to go to the doctor. That rash spreaded. It spreaded out all over my left butt cheek. Couldn't sit down. I was tilted to the east every time I walked because of that big thing. So I just went, and the doctor had to removal it. He put some sort of removaler on it, and he gave it to me. This is it. That was what was there on my butt cheek. Looks sort of like an overgrown lemon, but you know, luckily it's off now, and so now we're gonna just put that, whatever that thing was, we'll put it in the triplet case as a triplet. Won a triplet. First prize, biggest butt wound, biggest butt sore. I won it. So Buster is known for getting these exotic kind of rashes and such. I guess it's because Buster's so diverse and I go do all sorts of stuff. But now I have arrived because I am on the blend. And so Buster's here, and I want y'all to tell everyone that you know to tune in to the blend. Tune in to the blend. Whoops, my finger went crooked. Well, so y'all just watch it. We got a lot of informative stuff to come on and tell about. We're fixing to talk about the best ways to find a mate. Buster is in the market for a mate, and I've been looking at them, and I got a couple of women on the line right now and dating them. Took them down to Sonic last night, one of them. So took her down to Sonic, but she's a sweet, good-looking girl. You know, you can't hardly see where she's missing 2 teeth in the front, but that woman's got an appetite. She ate all my tater tots at Sonic, and so Buster went home hungry. But anyway, she's beautiful, and she kisses good. All right, well, y'all stay tuned. This is Buster. It's Coots. I'm out of here.
Welcome back to the blend. How many of you have already started saving that money?
I'm in.
I put a penny in. I want to see what that does for over 60 years. That'll put me at about 104
dollars.
No, age. My years. So, because I'm planning on living to be 120, so I'm gonna do that Abraham. I'm going back to that Abrahamic covenant thing.
Yeah, let's do that.
Years. Well, speaking about Abraham, you know, he was the father of many nations, and he was the father of faith.
There's a song about it.
There is, yeah, Father Abraham. We can do all 8 verses right here. He had quite a family. We're actually part of his lineage, thanks to the new covenant. I don't want to get off on a theological discussion there, but doing a little segment here called Family Jewels, talking about family. You know, there's a passage of Scripture. I need to look this up. I was going to look it up a minute ago, but I didn't. It says, He sets the lonely in families. And I am thankful for my family. Not only my little family unit, my little nuclear family. I got a beautiful wife. Been married this year, 25 years this year.
Wow.
I've got 2 kids. Got a boy who's about to turn 16 next month, Ryan, and a daughter who just turned 9 last week named Zoe. And they're very smart kids. They're great kids, and I mean, I'm incredibly blessed. But I come from quite a colorful family. You can think of a name like Mahan, and that makes you wonder, my God, what is a Mahan? Sounds like some sort of a skin disorder, you know, or some sort of a rash, you know. But Mahan actually has Irish origins. My family came over on a potato boat from Ireland. Not really, but
A boat?
I was about to say, really?
yeah, no, we jet skied over from the motherland. Actually, I've been told that we were MacMahons, my ancestors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then and came to America and dropped the Mac. So you know, it just kind of came
Any connection with McDonald's?
No, unfortunately, that was the other brand.
I was
That
trying to
the
see
other-
the MacMahon Big Mac.
Yeah, we were the inventors of the McHine.
McHine.
Yeah, M-A-C-H-I-N-E. No, that's machine.
Wait a minute.
Well, we did invent the McHine. We were the McHine clan. But my family, I have a Hodges are on one side of my family.
Oh, dude,
and
I know some Hodges.
You know some Hodges?
Yeah.
Are they from Mississippi?
No, these guys are like from Oklahoma, Tulsa, somewhere in that area.
You know, it's very possible that I'm not kin to them.
Yeah, it's very possible.
I got the Hodges are, I think, Irish. Scottish is what my blend is, and my grandmother. I had.
We're sorry.
That's I will. That's, we love our liquor. The Irish liquor. Yeah, I hardly know her. Anyway, that will be an edit part right there that you just heard.
Cut.
But I'm going to get back to. But see, the Mahan family and then the Hodge family. My dad's a Mahan, obviously. My mom was a Hodge. Came together, and I'm telling you, mixing our two bloodlines was better than any comedy episode you could ever devise on television. My grandfather Mahan, his name was Leroy.
The results.
Yes, I'm the result of what came together. Yeah, smart. My grandpa Mahan, his name is Leroy. You know, you have certain members in your family that are absolutely larger than life.
Yeah.
And my granddad was that way. My granddad.
I'm larger than life.
You're larger than life.
Where was your grandfather from?
He actually was from Goodway, Alabama, I think. I need to check with my grandmother to see. He passed away in 1983, but this is what a powerful effect he had on our family is, I mean, my grandmother today, who she's been married twice since him, she's buried 3 husbands. Just feeds them, knocks them off. Man, I don't know what's going on. It's like that movie Arsenic and Old Lace with Cary Grant back in the day. But anytime, even to this day, you get around my grandmother and start talking about my papa, Leroy, she'll tear up and start crying. One of the funniest guys. He's only 5'5", 5'6", weighed about probably 160 pounds at his heaviest, but was wiry, man, would fight at the drop of a hat. Tough dude, worked on a drag line, a crane down on the coast. Lost one of his fingers to about right there. And then when I was a kid, I'd always ask him, Papa, what happened to your finger? And he told me I was picking in my nose and the booger bit it off. all his life, man. And my granddad was, he was mischievous. He was funny. You never had to wonder what Papa Leroy was saying.
Yeah.
He could not stand, I mean, watching TV. If you were watching a show with him, it was more entertaining to watch him watching the show than it was to watch the show. He would talk back and forth to the newscasters. Commercials would come on that he didn't like. He would yell at them.
Had a grandmother
Football.
like that.
Oh, he's same way. And I just sit and eat popcorn and watch him. You know, and I mean, he hated it. And so my granddad has got, he's got stories galore that we still talk about. My kids will tell me, Dad, tell us a Papa Mahan story. A lot of them I can't tell on the air because he was quite a character. But he passed on those genes to my aunt Charlotte. You know her.
I know Charlotte.
Crazy aunt. I've got a couple of uncles.
They're crazy, Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte's clinically nuts. We're gonna have her on the show sometime.
I gotta meet her.
Oh, she's a trip, dude. You'll love her. But I've got 2 uncles, Gary Mahan, David Mahan, and then my aunt Charlotte, and of course my dad, Glenn Mahan. And our family, I've never seen the kind of love that we have in our family. Now, we have disagreements. We never have to guess what each other is thinking. We'll usually say it. Thankfully, I've learned to use a little wisdom, mix some of that in with what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. But we do have a segment of our family that hadn't learned that yet. I've got an uncle. Well, I know you've read it. He's quite an inspiring writer on Facebook. And yeah, he's a political strategist. His name is Gary, and
he's a legend in his own mind.
He's a legend in his own mind, man. He believes all of his headlines and all of the tabloids. He takes all of his news from one side of the aisle, and automatically the other side of the aisle are just villains. It doesn't matter if they're with a certain political party, they're automatically the bad guy. So, but he's funny, great guy. But, you know, even stuff like politics and religion and even in our family, sports, you know, it would divide a lot of people. But thankfully, our family, who we are friends, that helps, have learned how to see beyond our differences and love each other. And I think that is the jewel factor of our family, the value of the individuals, of who we are. We're always family. We're kind of like we're like a lighter-skinned Italian family, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Italians can yell at each other, sling at each other, throw pasta across the room. But when it comes down to it, man, family's always there. And you know, they'll also shoot you if you're on the wrong side of the mafia, from what I hear. But our family's that way. Not that we won't shoot each other, but we love each other. And so in the days to come, we're going to talk about some family stories. But
Story time
with Daron.
Oh, Lord.
And so Papa Mahan, he's not here today, but I wore this hat as a tribute to him. He would always wear these style hats. And he didn't go to church. And I remember early in the mornings on Sundays when my brother and I would stay with my grandparents, he would wake up in the morning and he would put a dress shirt on, button it all the way up, put his dress pants on, go sit in this crickety old rocker that would make a noise when he rocked, and he would get out the family Bible and he would read the family Bible on Sunday, and he would play on a record player, kids. A record player is a player that has vinyl that plays and music comes out of the speakers. It's not an iPod, but it's a record player. And he would play a group, Wayne, I know you probably know who they are. I don't know about Keith. The Inspirations.
Oh, yeah.
Southern Gospel. Yep. I always thought that was the most ironic name, because the last thing that group did to me was inspire me as a kid. Inspirations. It was Southern Gospel music. Quartet, and my granddad would turn the record player up to 11, and that was his church. And we were in church whether we wanted to be or not that Sunday morning, because it would rattle the house. So anyway, that's just one story.
That he got dressed up for that.
He did. He got dressed up to come sit in there, you know. Then after the Inspirations record, he'd read something in the Bible, then he'd go back, change into his khakis, pop out his cigarettes, light them up, man, turn on and watch the Little Joe Cartwright on Bonanza. So yeah, some great issues not issues, great stories that we're going to tell in the coming weeks. But that's our Family Jewels segment, and we will be right back because Keith's got some interesting stuff to share with us. So
let's see.
Y'all hang in there.
Hang in there, guys.
And we're back.
We're back.
We are back. Hey,
The Blend.
Now
We need to tell folks where they can talk to us, where they can send us emails.
Yeah.
Let's do it on
We
your
can do
segment, so you'll have to
we'll
really
do it on
talk
my
fast.
segment
We'll take your
so that we
time.
don't have anything. Yeah.
We exhausted ours.
No,
Sorry.
We're a little long-winded.
Actually,
Yeah.
Actually, if somebody would have paid attention, they would have known that after my segment, we're going to do that.
Ah,
See,
You wanna
that's
do like
I wasn't at the meeting.
he wasn't at
No.
the meeting.
he was in Vegas.
He was in Vegas.
Oh, well. What can I
Okay,
say?
so this time doesn't count.
Okay, good.
No. Hey, actually, yeah. Now it's my time.
Yeah.
So you guys go home.
Okay. we want to sit at the feet of Master Rebus. Listen.
What's this segment called?
Man, that's what she said.
Hey,
Sit at the
really?
feet of Master Rebus.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. No, so I don't know what this segment's called, but
Gadgets and gurus.
Gadgets and goobers, if you're talking about crazy news stories.
Gadgets and funny news.
Gadgets, gizmos, and goobers.
Yeah, gadgets, gizmos. That's a good name. Maybe we'll do a little.
I already
graphic.
copyrighted that.
Gadget,
Patent
gizmos,
pending.
and goobers. No, so let's talk about that. Let's do the out first, and
Yeah,
then,
let's do
and then
that.
we'll talk about the
Okay.
crazy news stuff. So the website is www.spritzinc.com.
Spritz.
Inc.com.
Can you spell that?
That's SPRITZINC.com, and I'll make sure it shows up somewhere down here in the graphics.
Spritzink.
Yeah, so
Spritzink.com.
it's a pretty cool app. Now the problem is they're not letting everybody have it. That's the big problem.
Well, aren't you special for getting
Yeah,
it?
I know.
We're peasants, we can't
in
get it.
fact, it's not out yet, but it's on its way out.
So you're a legit insider. You get the new
totally.
stuff.
Oh man, totally. Anyway, they're going to
But I
throw
just
it
showed it to
on the new Samsung, I think. The new Samsung S5.
Oh, it's going to be a Droid app.
I think that's where it's coming. Yeah, but it's a really cool app. So once they get it out, what it does is it's speed reading, and it's really
seen it?
funny.
Yeah, he showed it to me
I'll
as
put it
well.
up on the screen and let them see. But what it does is it puts the words like in one single spot. And like if it's going to put the book in front of you, it'll put the book in front of you a word at a time and just flash a word in front. And so you don't move your eyes.
As it's going down the sentence, it's just throwing words
Yeah,
at
so
you.
the whole point is like, for
That's
example.
crazy.
So like I'll just show you this really quick. So see, it's just going through.
It's like scrolling through the words
And-
of
and
the sentence.
The theory behind it is that you waste most of your time scrolling your eyes across the page. This takes like all that time out of your reading. And so now you just keep your eye fixed and it just flashes
It's all
the
front
words
and center.
all in front of
So
you.
it's like it's rolling.
That's incredible. Will they be able to just put every, like every iBook and ebook and all that in? Right in
in
there?
theory, all your books, you'll be able to read all your
Sorry, my mom is
documentation.
texting me here while you're showing that app. Mom, we're doing a show.
Yeah, in the middle of a show.
Mr. Mahan.
There's my family again.
Your jewel.
My jewel.
There, but anyway, so that's
incredible, man.
It's a really awesome little app. As soon as it gets out to everybody, I know I'm gonna want to see it. I was playing with it. I can hit 600 words a minute.
Really?
No problem. Yeah.
How about comprehension for what you're reading?
They say it's even better.
Really?
Yeah. And again, it's really cool. If you do get a chance, give it a shot because it's a really cool app. But anyway, so let's skip ahead there unless you guys have a question or comment on it.
I was just going to say, as many apps that are available out there and just more and more coming on, we're going to have a fun time with, we could do an app a week.
Oh, we could,
you
man.
know, have some really cool stuff with what's available
We'll see
there.
what's out there.
They're developing a new whoopee cushion app that I'm really looking forward to. They got the other ones now have bugs.
Yeah.
Literal bugs.
Literal bugs.
I can't wait for that speed reading app though. That's gonna be great. Man, I can keep my eyes focused. You know, this is a result of just incredible scrolling, man, back and forth.
It's like it really works.
Son, this has got my sight all straightened out. Can't wait for that app. No kidding, dude. Well, now let's go to something a little more serious.
Yeah, let's get
Can we?
serious.
Yeah,
we need
some organ music playing in the background here.
We need to be serious now.
Okay.
So, in serious news, okay, people, take your kids and get them out of the room right now.
Here's the PG-13 segment of the show.
Yeah, this is so here's the news line, and I'm going to try to put this up on a graphic. I'll see if I can put the website up. But in crazy news today, I'm just the messenger, okay? Just the messenger. Don't hit the messenger. But here's the title of the story. Man sues his wife for giving birth to an ugly baby.
Sued his wife for giving birth to an ugly baby.
That's amazing.
Dude, now listen. Now, all right, are they talking about that baby there?
I don't know. I guess
I mean, that baby's cute, but imagine how scarred that kid's going to be when he gets older.
And reads the news story.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, look what your dad put in the news back a few years ago. He must think you're ugly.
Hey, but what's the... And also, think
Did you
about...
hear that?
I didn't hear it.
Man sued his wife because she gave birth to an ugly baby.
Says a Chinese man divorced and then sued his ex-wife for giving birth to what he called an extremely ugly baby
Last
girl.
name, Rebus. Is that what it is?
No. It was
No, they look Asian.
Anyway, that was funny, and I'm gonna clean this one up, and I'm not gonna put this on the graphics, but I'm just gonna clean this up because it is it's horribly funny. But
oh wow!
So and they have a graphic here, a picture. I'm not gonna put it up. I'll be kind to you guys, but it says tattoo artist faces lawsuit for tattooing. What's a good word to substitute here?
Dung.
Dung. For tattooing dung on his cheating girlfriend's back. And so apparently
So is that some kind of design? Or just
yeah.
Dude, it looks like a kid drawing.
So he's got like dung and flies.
That's what it is. I just now noticed that. It's an actual pile of dung.
Dung and flies. And so she didn't know because it's on her back, right?
Yeah.
So but she knew.
So he was the tattoo artist.
Yeah, he's the tattoo artist, and she's probably saying, "Give me, I want a tattoo." And he says, "Yeah, I'll be glad to give you a tattoo." And so he tattoos this thing. So anyway, that's just horrible.
What payback?
That is awesome though, man. You know, I mean, that's still pretty creative, but I'm just imagining that lady's face as she's sitting there getting tattooed, not knowing what's going on her back.
Right.
So that's
right. Anyway,
never turn your back on your ex-boyfriend, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true. I got to tell you. Anyway, so yeah, you're right. It's hard to keep this thing in time.
Wow, man, yeah.
Yeah, so we gotta wrap this up. But anyway, I thought that was funny.
Hey, this is great. We need to do this regularly because there's a lot of stupid people out there.
Yeah,
not just these three here. There's more.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of stories to tell, and they got a lot of people sitting behind desks with cameras and videos that want to report on those stories. Yeah. So, yeah, man, we got to come up with a really cool name for your segment.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Stupidity in print.
Yeah, or something.
Great.
Anyway.
So what are we doing this week? What do you guys got going the rest of the week?
Tomorrow?
I might actually, tomorrow I'm doing Winter Jam.
Winter Jam, yeah.
To Winter Jam, about 10 bands there at the Bridgestone Arena.
We met a couple of guys the other night at Chipotle,
That's right,
man.
that's right. David and Eric.
David and Eric, man. We'll see you guys hopefully soon. Maybe we'll have you guys on the View.
Guitar player and drummer for
Colton Dixon.
Colton Dixon.
Yeah, they're going to be playing at Winter Jam. So, and my kids are heading to spring break with their grandparents in Mississippi.
Awesome.
And my wife and I are going to have a whole week to ourselves. So we're going to have to come up with something, to do. I think I'm going to get a pedicure at some point. I'm going to let her. She said she wanted a tattoo. So I've got some good ideas.
Hold hands and walk downtown Franklin.
We're going to hold hands, walk downtown Franklin. Probably. She did say she wanted to go to the Cheesecake Factory at some point.
Cool.
So I'm sure we'll do some stuff with friends and at some point if we can find any friends here. If you want to be friends, would you please give me a call. I'm behind.
Which, by the way, let's talk about our website right now.
Yeah.
We're trying to get something.
Yeah, the website. We are trying, what?
TheBlendOnline.com.
Yeah, I didn't know where he was going with that, so I just sort of blindly stumbled along. Yes, TheBlendOnline.com is our website, and we're going to have that up soon. And we're going to have all these maybe we can post some of these funny headlines, some of these tips and stuff, pictures of my family, awkward family photos.
Yeah, so actually what we're attempting to do, or we're going to try to do is we'll actually try to keep posting throughout the week on our Facebook page, on our online page,
Facebook,
webpage.
yeah.
We'll try to keep posting some of these crazy stories as we come across them.
Yeah. And we do have a Twitter also.
Yeah,
you can find us.
Yeah.
What are we online? Is it just
Blend Online?
Blend Online.
At Blend Online.
At Blend Online. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So let us hear from you guys. I mean, I know some of you don't do Facebook as much. Some of you don't do Twitter. Just let us hear from you. Let us know how we can make this show better, because we're just winging it, folks. We're just three friends that want to have a good time and wanting to make your week a little better and brighter, and maybe give you some stuff to help you live a little more productive life and make you laugh a little bit.
That's about it.
So yeah, man. So stay tuned. We're going to try to put another episode out pretty soon. So stay tuned. Tell all your friends. Tell your enemies.
But most likely the next episode we'll have a special guest with us.
Okay.
That'll be something to look forward to.
Oh,
Good,
cool.
man. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome stuff. So yeah, we're having to pay people that want to actually soil their reputation enough to come on to the blend, get blended with the boys. So anyway, stay in touch. We love you. Well, we don't know you, but we love what we do know about you. So stay tuned to the blend for some great stuff coming up.
Adios, amigos.
Peace out.
Bye.